usually I can gauge which way a season of Big Brother is going to go. That doesn't mean that I can tell you who's going to win, but I can, see the forest for the trees, so to speak. Unfortunately, this season, particularly this season of Celebrity Big Brother, I have no idea what's going to happen right now. I never fathomed that we would be so close to the end, and the majority in the house are women. I'm completely blown away by this, believe it or not. I'm Sage Valentine, for those of you who don't know, and this is my review of CBS's Celebrity Big Brother, Season 2, Episode 9, so let's just get down to it. Now, I found out that Tamar won the HOH this weekend, and I wasn't really on the phone because I was out for most of the weekend, but yeah, I'm still trying to comprehend that. Like, how did that happen? That is not to say that I don't think that Tamar is a good player, because she's done a great turnaround as far as the game is concerned. She is a super fan. But I was just like, holy crap, like, a woman won HOH, not only a woman, but a black woman won HOH. It's been a while since something like that happened, and it went off without a hitch. And she basically got out one of her targets without there being a coup d'etat or something like that. I'm at a loss for words, but let me know what you thought about tonight's episode and how you think the rest of this season is going to go, particularly this week, because this week is a double eviction week. Like Julie Chen said, there's an episode airing on Thursday, and there is a double episode airing on Friday. Check your local listings if you don't live on the East Coast, because the Thursday episode airs at 9 p.m. on CBS, and the Friday episode airs at 8 and goes all the way until 10 p.m. So let's just get down to this review. Pretty much, Joey was evicted. The house is split, obviously. It's been split for a while. Tamar said that she could not, in good conscience, vote out Candy after she and Candy mended fences, although recently I was reading something that said that Candy is kind of going behind Tamar's back a little bit. Not that I'm surprised or anything, but really at this point in the game, the only person that Tamar has is Candy, and really the only person Candy has is Tamar, because Candy hasn't won any competitions yet. Not yet. But Tamar feels like she's the fourth wheel in her alliance. She's been saying that for a while, that she felt like she was on the outskirts of her bedroom alliance. And she's right. Tom thought that he would be the tiebreaker. He did not fathom that there would be a 6-0 vote. And Natalie relayed that same information, despite the fact she didn't hear it come out of Tom's mouth. She realized that Tom was completely flabbergasted by the vote, and he didn't realize that it would be a 6-0 vote. Now, Natalie thought initially, and this is what she tells us, that she, Lolo, and Ricky had the numbers to keep Joey safe, but then Tamar had a change of heart before the vote, because, again, she wanted to keep Candy, since she and Candy are on good terms. Tamar's just like, without Candy, Tamar felt like she would be alone, because she feels like she doesn't have an ally, and really she doesn't. Really, if you want to be technical, at this point in the game, nobody has an ally. I think the two closest players in the house right now, well, before Kato was evicted, were Kato and Tom. I'm not too sure about Natalie and Lolo at this point. They seem close, but I'm still not too sure about them. But the thing is, Natalie made this deal with Tamar that they would keep Candy, but they have to be sure that Candy won't be coming for them. And after Joey was evicted and all was said and done, Natalie went straight to Tamar, was just like, Tamar, you need to check your girl. And I was kind of like, I mean, she does in a way, but Natalie really needs to check out Lolo, because Lolo is a loose cannon. Like, Lolo will go off at any moment over something. That's why I said the whole Lolo and Natalie thing is shady to me. Natalie was talking about how Candy is cool with Tom and Kato, of which she is and has been for a while. So Tamar goes to Candy to find out where Candy's head is at. Kandi said that right now Natalie, Ricky, and Lolo have way too much power in the game. And if Kato goes home, Kandi and Tamar are not safe. Really, if Tom went home, they weren't safe. So it was kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't type situation. That's my opinion here. You guys may beg to differ, but I don't believe they were safe with either scenario. Tamar tells us that she put her game on the line to save Kandi, and if Kandi targets Natalie, Ricky, and Lolo, they will turn around and go after her and Tamar. If she didn't target them, they were still going to try to target her. Again, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So the new HOH winner is Tamar. And as surprised as I was like, you know what? Tamar needed that win because they were going to target her. I mean, they're probably going to try to target her this week, but they really were going to target her. Tamar was overjoyed and super happy. And now she doesn't have to use her power of the publicist power. Now, on a side note, there were people all over social media saying that that power was wasted. It should have been given to another house guest. I don't think Tamar fathomed that she was going to win HOH. And if she hadn't won HOH, she could have used that power. So she had two things to buffer hers. I don't see it being a waste. Really, no power in the Big Brother house has ever gone to waste, in my opinion. It was given to the person, and they moved on with the game. But again, that's just my opinion. All right, so Tom says he won't give up. He still has some fight in him, or fight left in him. Tamar decides to nominate Tom and Kato because Big Brother decided in this episode they're going to cut right to the chase and not give us any crazy little scenes or anything. Tamar tells both Tom and Kato that they are big threats. It's not personal, it's a game. It's a teensy bit personal in regards to nominating Tom and Kato because they both were trying to nominate her. And then Kato made that comment that Tamar found out from Lolo, which I question the fact that they even told her at the point that they told her when they should have told her when it was said that Kato said that Tamar looked like Miss Cleo with her hair tied up or something like that. And a lot of people on social media got offended by that. Me personally, I'm just like, did you even have to say that, Kato? Like, there's a singer, one of my favorite singers, who says, some things are better left unsaid, some things are better forgotten. Yeah. That was something he should have just kept to himself, because I was just like, what in the hell would be the reason to even say something like that? And Kato's been saying a lot of questionable things in general about the different house guests behind their backs, so yeah, if you don't believe me and you don't have the feeds, definitely look into that and see the things that Kato has said. So Tamar is kind of like, one of those two has to go. But if the veto comes into play, then Tamar will be able to get rid of some of her shade mates, aka her roommates, i.e. either Lolo or Natalie or Ricky. So Tamar is talking to Kandi and Dina, and she says either Kato or Tom have to go, but if one of them wins veto, she's going to put up Lolo. Kandi said that maybe Tamar should put up Natalie. Dina's just in the room listening, and I don't blame her for listening. Just hear what has to be said, because honestly, at this point, Dina in the game is not really doing anything, and for the most part, it's better that she aligns with the girls than with the guys anyway, because the guys were trying to get her out, and I'm just like, for what? Really, Kato targeted her when she was nominated on the basis that she was kind of pushing for Joey to win the HOH. Anyway, Kandi was like, listen, if you put up Natalie, and she's saying this to Tamar, you have the votes. Tamar's just like, Lolo is predictable and she's going to pop off. Of course, she's been doing that. The thing is, Big Brother has not included really more clips of Lolo going off. So we've seen more of Tamar's situations than we've seen of Lolo getting upset. Well, you guys have. I've seen Lolo get upset quite a few times on the feeds, and it's exactly what Joey said it was. Tamar believes that Natalie has the eye of the tiger, and she does. So we get to the veto competition where Gallagher performed. It was good to see Gallagher. I haven't seen him in a long time on something. And I was so happy that he closed out his little performance with a little watermelon smash. It wasn't like the gigantic watermelon like he used to use when I was a kid, but that small one squished enough to splatter everybody. But anyway, the veto competition winner at the end of that competition was Lolo. So Lolo, Candy, Dina, and Tamar hugged. Then Lolo hugged Natalie and Ricky. They're very happy, and Tamar said that she knew she would win. Now, my mom was talking to me, and my mom was like, how would they feel if that was them on the block? And say Tom and Kato were hopping around and smiling and laughing and stuff like that. I was like, Mom, I didn't think of it that way. I really didn't. That's a good question. So Lolo chose not to use the power of veto. Julie was about to tell the house guests who won the Super Bowl, but then somebody in production in the control room was like, So Julie said that she will tell the evictee who won the Super Bowl. I'm sure she told Kato that it was obviously the New England Patriots. The power of the publicist's power is no more. Then we get down to the live vote and eviction. Now, both Tom and Kato gave speeches. Tom talked about how it was amazing to see Gallagher. He's been a fan of his since he was a kid. It's been a lot of fun, this Celebrity Big Brother experience. Tom said he's a 47-year-old man who hasn't been outside in 20 days, and I think he repeated that a couple times. Kato said day one, he entered laughing, and if he gets evicted, he will exit laughing. Thanks so much, loyalty. Loyal to a friend, Tom, you are safe. So by a vote of 5-0, Kato was evicted. So Ricky, Candy, Dina, Lolo, and Natalie all voted to evict Kato. Kato was pretty shocked, even though he tried to cover it up. And he acted like he was super happy to go, and he hugged some people, but he didn't hug everybody. I knew he would feel some type of way about being evicted. I had a feeling about that. So now there are only 2 men left and 5 women. That's a first, Big Brother. But then again, my opinion is that that's the way it should be. It should be like balanced. It should be with players who came to play this game. It shouldn't be just, oh, okay, we're going to keep these people and keep these people. It should be get out the threats and continue to fight like hell to win this game. So I'm really feeling this season at this point. So Kato tells Julie Chen he was surprised. He said he and Tom bonded. He learned from Julie Chen that Tom and Kato's little ship name is Tomato. So cute. Julie says that Tom and Kato got drunk with power, and boy, did they get drunk with power. Pissy drunk with power, and it really turned off a lot of the house guests. Kato said that he realized that the 4 of them were after him and Tom. And by 4, I mean obviously Ricky, Natalie, Tamar, and Lolo. Kato aligned with Natalie. That'd be a good ship name, by the way. With Lolo and Natalie because they are beautiful. Really, Kato's just kind of making jokes and laughing and stuff because that's what he said he was going to do. But I wonder how he will feel once he goes home and he watches the tapes and stuff like that. I'm not saying he's going to get upset and like hold a grudge or anything, but I wonder how he's going to feel, and he's going to be like, okay, now that's why that happened and that's why that happened. It's going to be eye-opening for him. He talked about loyalty. He said it's special to be loyal to someone in the Big Brother house, and he learned a lot by playing Big Brother. Well, now poor Tom is all by himself. He literally has nobody. Ricky's still in the game. Lolo and Natalie are in the game. Dina's still there. Tamar's still there. Candy's still there. It's anybody's week to win the HOH at this point. Save for Tamar, but still at this point. And whatever happens, if Tamar ends up being one of the people kicked out this week, at least she made a move and she did something to break up one of the pairs in the house. Now, a lot of people online were kind of confused, and they were saying, well, you know, she should have gone after Natalie and Lolo. I think she did a good job going after Tom and Kato, because that is what usually happens. And by what I mean is a woman always ends up at this point in the game going after the two women, and then it starts a chain effect where all the rest of the women get kicked out of the house. So I think that was a good move. Okay, so Thursday's review is going to be a little bit late because that's the 9 p.m. slot, and I usually end up watching like Star Trek Discovery at that time or Legacies. So I'm going to more than likely have that review up by midnight. As for Friday's review, that one's going to be on time. Next Monday's review is going to be on time. And so on and so forth, although the Thursday review, the final one, will probably be late because, again, I'll be watching Star Trek Discovery or Legacies. So you all take care. I'm a lady of my word. I promised you that I would do these reviews and upload them on time, and I'm doing that. So if at any time these reviews pop up after 12 o'clock, it's YouTube, it's not me, because it takes a while for me to upload. I guess it's like 20 million people trying to upload their videos at the same time. I love you all. Take care. Leave me some comments below. Let me know what you're thinking about this season. Personally, I think it's fantastic. I think that Big Brother should continue on with Celebrity Big Brother and bring in people who came to play the game. And this should also carry on into Big Brother 21. There should be people in the house that are there to play the game and not so gullible and not there to insult people at all times, just to play this game. But I love you guys. Take care, and I'll be back to do my next review on Thursday. Bye, guys. Love you all. Bye.